That's not right. There we go. Good afternoon. Welcome to Third and Teal. My name is Isaiah, aka Duval's finest. If you have not already, like and subscribe, because I forget to say that shit every week, and you should already be doing it. Got our boy Duval TV back on. Duval,
Yo, yo, yo.
yeah. How you doing, man? Come on. What's going
How am
on?
I
How you
doing?
doing? Yeah.
I mean, my mental health is not doing so well. I'm doing the best that I can. That would be
Average
honest.
Jaguars fan right now. I feel you. But you're not crazy
Yeah.
enough to think that we need to get rid of Trevor, right?
Negative.
Okay. All right, good. There we go. Perfect. Trevor, how you doing today, brother?
Hey man, I'm doing great. I am not dead ass tired like I was last recording.
Yes, you were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that passed on to me.
I was passing away. But I will say though, I'm feeling fucking great. I got a lot to say about this game. I got a lot to say, man.
Okay. Eric, how you doing?
Hey, I'm tired. I am tired. Yeah, I was at the game yesterday. Y'all
All right.
catch my shorts,
All right.
Hey, go and check it out. Hey,
They're
man,
doing good.
yeah, it was a game. It was a game. I was like 2 rows back from the bench, and I saw a lot of positive. It made me kind of think about what I said last week about the confidence of the team. I take that back because I witnessed something different than what I was thinking, which is great. So yeah, we'll get into it as we go on. But
There's
let's
a
make this
lot to be
happen.
happy about. There
Yeah.
is. There really is. I know we're in the face of an 0-4 start, and
Look,
and I know or not in the face. We're here. And I know there's a lot of negativity, but man, I'm telling you, there's still a lot to be excited about. Main thing
you,
I'll do is bring this up real quick because I think this is a good way to kind of segue into the overall view of the game last night or yesterday. The Texans played like shit also, and I think that the Texans were really the only threat that we perceived from beginning of the season to take the division from us.
mm-hmm.
So if we get on a hot streak, which I feel like if yesterday was any indication, we're right here, dude. We're right here. And we've seen it this year, man. We have seen it. We have the potential, even though I think the reason people feel so gloomy right now is just because we're 0-4 and they're forgetting that we are right there. We're still right there. We're not like the Bills game really made us want to blow everything up, which you
Yeah,
expect that. We
that
got
was ugly.
disrespected and embarrassed.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got embarrassed on national TV.
yeah.
Okay, but I'll say this. We have the injury bug right now, man, and we're still making it work. We're still right there. We're still right there. There's still things to be happy about. But the Texans played like shit overall. CJ Stroud missed more passes than Trevor Lawrence did. Where's the news media on that one? There's not none because that's not the narrative. If I could say anything to all of Duval right now, it's if you think 100%, I've said this week in and week out, if you think that changing the quarterback is what our solution is, you're not watching close enough. You're just not.
You know, I said this last week on the AFC South show. I think I said it on this show as well, and I'm gonna say it again today. When we first looked at this schedule, we knew this first month or so was gonna be hard anyway. We knew this. There was a
True.
possibility that we could be sitting here right now in this situation trying to figure out what needs to be done. Now, if you go back and you look out of 3 of the 4 games, we were there. We were there. Here, give a play here or there. We it's changed to 3-1, right? Let's be honest. The only
Yep.
one
Yeah.
that we really did get big down and embarrassed was Buffalo.
On prime time in front of everybody.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
So yeah, that
You're
looked
right.
pretty bad. A couple of guys, a guy yesterday as I was walking through the parking lot of NRG Stadium said, Man, man, they keep doing this to us, man. They keep doing this, but we always here. I said, yeah, we gonna stay here. So, don't stop
That's right.
supporting.
Duval, baby.
Don't stop supporting. Yeah,
Duval till I die, man. That's
yeah,
not just a
do
saying.
not
That's
stop
real.
supporting. Exactly.
Hey,
So
hey, man, this is the time to be there for him 100% because here's
right.
the thing, man. It's like we've taught. I think what people fail to remember too is like when we drafted Trevor Lawrence, we all were taking heat from everyone in the world. He's not what everybody says he is. He's this, he's that. He's not going to be this. He's not going to be that. And instead of just saying that they're not correct about him, They're just going to keep pushing this narrative on you because Trevor missed 2 open throws, 100%. CJ Stroud missed 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken. It might have even been more. He did the same, but he missed one in the end zone, first of all. And then he missed one on a similar route. It's just, dude, he did the same thing. And then Trevor actually made better throws throughout the game. CJ's stats look better, but it's because he played a man-to-man defense that had to run a makeshift zone scheme to accommodate personnel issues.
Exactly. Cover 2 man with safety help over the top. Cover 1, yeah.
Right.
If you can even call it.
Me and Duval TV were talking about this earlier on the phone. I don't consider Antonio Johnson starting level yet because he hasn't shown it.
No.
So the only true bona fide starter that we had out there, in my opinion, other than, I guess, Darby, which he hasn't really. But anyway, other than that, once you go past the line, it's Cisco. It's Cisco. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And I mean, honestly, the reason CJ had the yards he does is because we gave them to him. We played bend, but don't break. We let you have the underneath stuff because we know right now we don't have the personnel to man you up for the first 5 yards. We know we don't. Every time we tried, we got cooked. That's why we stayed in that zone, even though we were giving up those 5-yard pops. We gave up those 5-yard pops to stop the first down. It was literally all it was let's stop the bleeding because our defense is hurt. We are bleeding. We got to find a way to stop the bleeding. And we did that.
Right.
We did that.
Yes, sir. Good job. Good job. All right, now we can start, Isaiah.
We already started.
But yeah.
Yeah, we were talking. We were started.
Good observation there, Trevor. Good observation. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what Duval, since you're the guest on here, yeah, now you want to talk about BTJ? We can crack that bad boy open. What do you got for us?
There's so much to talk about. Just to add on to what Eric was saying there at the end about we're not going anywhere and this is the time to not give up. We always talk about adversity as the football team when they face a turnover or, whatever the case may be. This is your time to face adversity as a fan base. Let's see how strong you are as a fan base at 0-4. Are you calling for Mac Jones? Are you calling for Doug Peterson's job? Are you, what are you doing? And you have every right to do whatever you want to do as a fan. I just encourage everyone to take that into consideration. As far as Brian Thomas Jr., I don't know. He's been doing this celebration, one of these, the whole season, right? So I'm not sure. I don't know if something was said verbally that actually caused the penalty, and we don't know that because, like you said off the air a moments ago, it was reciprocated many times, and there was no punishment, no flags. So I'm very confused on it. I would like an explanation for that. I think otherwise Brian had a good game. Some of those balls that came down the sideline, Eric, I know you were there. Maybe you could tell me. Some of them looked like it was just a miscommunication on one as far as placement of the ball, but it looked like they were closer to what they were pretty close. Like it looked like to be caught.
Some of them could be, but Trevor was placing them. I was telling them earlier, Trevor was placing them because he saw the safety help or the help over top, and he was trying to place them trying to lead them a little bit. Right.
That makes
exactly.
Sense.
Yeah.
I think the one you're talking about, the miss, that one's on Brian. I mean, I know a lot of people want to put that on Trevor, but that's on Brian. Brian is as a receiver. You got to be where the ball comes to his right shoulder on the sideline, and it's honestly that's the perfect ideal location for what he was in. He had a corner behind him and a safety ahead of him. That's perfect location. Brian never looks. Right. Brian never looked for the ball, so it just comes beside him and out of bounds. People want to be like, "Oh, Trevor overthrew him." No, he didn't.
No,
it was right there in the breadbasket. Yeah. If Brian does this, locates the ball, and does just like this, that's a catch, and it's a great catch, and it's a 20-yarder plus, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember how far deep down the field that was.
What the normal fan don't understand is, dang it, a good quarterback protects his receivers. All right, he just don't put it out there for them to get targeted for a linebacker like me coming across and they want to take their head off. All right, so he's going to try and put it to where he's going to protect them to the best of his ability. And a lot of those, that's what Trevor is doing. Yeah.
you were at the game. So after you've seen the taunting penalty and then you see it 2 plays later by who was it, Isaiah? What defensive player
Aziz
did it?
Al-Shaair.
Yeah, these
He was the first one to do it, right?
Yep.
Were you
Right.
at the
Yeah, and then
game?
Nico
You probably
Collins did it
seen it,
multiple
right?
times.
Were
Yeah.
people in the crowd like, oh, look, haha, they're doing it back and we're getting away with it type
Yes,
shit? Or-
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like,
Huh.
what? Well, our fans were like, what? No flag on that one? Why we get no flag? You know, and there were some words used that I'm not going to use. But yeah, they were very upset. It was very, very noticeable.
It's
Very
just the throw
noticeable.
that goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
got his man beat.
He does.
You're right. There's a safety coming up. It was a
But see-
perfect ball placement.
It was.
But it's
Yeah.
beautiful this angle too.
I love that.
Well,
you
see,
can
you
bring that
have
down.
to, they still haven't gotten that chemistry.
Look, if he
down
turns,
yet.
if he turns and locates right now,
Remember,
he's angling to the sideline for a catch.
How much
What's up,
different
Eric?
are we feeling right now if Trevor Lawrence hits Brian Thomas on the double move
yeah,
and
that's
or
it.
the deep
Yeah.
play to Christian Kirk? How much different is our life today, right? 2 passes. We're talking about 2 passes that if he hits
Now-
those 2 passes, we're feeling much different about
2
Trevor
passes.
Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars today. 2
I mean,
passes.
that's been the story all season except for the
And-
Buffalo game.
Correct.
And not even just Trevor. It's been
You know, I don't even think.
no, go ahead, Eric.
Go ahead.
Oh,
No, I was
no,
gonna say,
I
I don't even think Kirk was expecting the ball.
No, he
I don't-
wasn't.
I don't-
That's the way it
I don't
looked.
either.
Looked
And
like
also,
he
too,
really
like-
wasn't running hard.
I will
That's
say on the
first thing
replay.
Isaiah sent in our
Well,
group chat was right
That's what I was
after
about
that.
to
He
say.
said,
On the replay from the end zone, 'cause they showed an angle for the end zone. I don't think
Mhm.
Kirk pulled up at all. Like it because over top, it looked like he did. But I don't think
no,
he
he
did.
kept running.
But this one right here is the deep shot to 28 whatever air yards, 30 plus yards to Brian Thomas Jr.
The double move.
It's not an easy throw to make to the corner right here.
No, the Christian Kirk one I think was an easier throw. That was
And-
a more difficult throw.
I mean,
And,
it was
and
a
as
good
you
throw.
can see, yeah. See, as you can see, he got a safety coming across the top again. So yeah,
and I think too, I don't think he expected Brian Thomas Jr. to like really slow down and angle out as much as he did. Like he
Mhm.
expected him to go towards the sideline. I think that whenever he was letting go of this ball, though, like you see that Thomas, he kind of gets caught by him right there and slows down a little bit. I'm not saying that's the reason that I mean, it was definitely overthrown by a little bit. But if you watch that little grab there by the corner, that slowed him down just enough that he wasn't able to get back on his horse up to it. But the
Yeah.
Christian Kirk one, let me pull that one up.
Man, we're talking like 2 yards. We're talking like maybe 1 yard difference on that play, and I'm telling you,
We're talking
Kirk
about
was
what,
over
honestly, if we're looking at that in hindsight, should probably be a defensive pass interference. You're interrupting the flow of the route. You're not within the first 5 yards. You can't do that. You can't
least
jam
the
the receiver in his
the
route.
NFL has a major referee problem. It's not.
Oh, I know they
just
do, but I mean, we're
It's
talking
just-
about
no,
what
I'm
should have
just
been a
saying,
PI
it's so
that
bad.
probably does put the ball a little further out of reach. It was probably a catchable ball without that happening.
Oh man, that's what it is.
Yeah, I will say, like, it looks like I think it's because he started jogging so like early as soon as it got past him. Like it looks like he pulled up, but from the other angle, like seeing it from the end zone angle, which this one's probably not going to be from like the end zone, it'll probably be behind him. Like you'll see that it's a little bit deeper than it looks, and he definitely doesn't pull up. It just looks like it from the angle of it.
It's encouraging to see Kirk get so open.
Did you guys see him get shoved though as he threw it? Like he's still taking pressure on his left shoulder from Cam Robinson.
He
Yep.
did a pretty good job stepping up in the pocket.
Or no, not Cam. That's off Scherf.
He didn't really step up. He kind of like, I don't know, he shuffled up
I
a
mean,
little bit. Maybe that's
you
good.
just
I'm
gotta
not
say
sure.
that, like, it's just like we talked about last week. Like, if you guys don't think that he can sense this pressure coming right now, you're ridiculous. You're just being ignorant. You're being ignorant. If you don't think that Trevor Lawrence felt that pocket closing in on him and he knew he had to get the ball out, but he wanted to make sure he put enough air on it before he got hit. I'm
This
not
dude is-
saying he shouldn't have made the throw. I'm just
This
saying
dude is special.
people
I
got to stop
agree,
acting
and
like it's not
I
good.
think a lot of that comes from what's led up to this less than because I think the offensive line. I don't know what the PFF showed and all that, but I think the offensive line did fairly well this game.
They had their best game yet.
Oh yeah,
they
they
rushed
definitely
over
did.
100
Look at this
yards.
dot. Look at this
And they
dot.
gave- I know.
That's a dart.
And even the crowds, the people in the stands were like, "Yeah, feed him, give him the ball, feed him."
Mm-hmm.
was
I will
like, "Feed
say-
that man."
I think what we're seeing, and the reason I was saying earlier, I think we might be overreacting a little bit in the group chat. We are definitely see them rely and feed and throw the offense through him more and more. I think that they're still not 100% comfortable doing it just because there are situations where he does not get flustered, but there are some situations where, you know, he's had some drops and big moments or there's different things. He's a rookie. Exactly. And, you know, we're not, I don't think we're down the personnel as bad as, let's say, you know, the Giants where they have to force feed Neighbors. You know, like I think we've got a better supporting cast in the receivers, but I think probably by week 6, week 7, we're going to see 10 plus targets a game to BTJ. So we'll say like every week they seem to be getting him more and more involved as they get used to him running the route tree and him and Trevor get better and better. Because like his number one receiver is a rookie that he's had 4 months with, you know, like.
Let's talk about our route tree. Let's show some of these routes there.
There's one other thing. There's one other thing though. I don't think you're going to have to wait till week 6 or 7. I think you'll probably see it next week.
Well,
I mean, even just this play, for example.
Like Isaiah said, while we're watching the play, I think that unlike the Giants, we have other skill players because the last 2 games have been Christian Kirk's best 2 games.
You want to blow that one up, Isaiah?
He missed preseason. Christian Kirk missed preseason, so the first 2 games for him was like preseason, and now the last 2 games, his target share has only gone up. He's had double-digit targets, and he actually had the touchdown to go ahead against Cleveland that was called back for an illegal shift. We have the perfect storm the first 4 games. Anything between injuries, penalties, peanut punching balls out, illegal shifts calling back touchdowns to go ahead in the fourth quarter, anything that can happen to this team has happened to him.
That's a good observation.
Minus Trevor Lawrence getting hurt, not going.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one thing I will say about that too. Oh, it just
thank you. Appreciate it.
But I will say one thing real quick about that too. I mean, we're also missing Evan Ingram. Like we went from a tight end who runs like a 4.4 to a tight end that runs a 4.75. Like. Now, Strange, don't get me wrong, he's been playing really well in Evan's stead. He's been playing well. He's running good routes. He's getting open. Like, he's one of the only players that whenever, like, the play breaks down, he's actually looking for, you know, open space. And, you know, he's had a couple great catches, one that was taken away from him against the sideline. You know, like, once we get Evan back and Christian Kirk's back to 100% and we're BTJ's getting more targets, I mean, it's going to be a tough offense to contend with as long as the offensive line can continue to play like they did last week. Now, you know, I think Trevor played well enough to win that game. I think anybody who says he didn't because he missed those 2, you know, doesn't know what they're talking about. Because he also had one that he hit Gabe Davis in the fucking face mask with the ball in the end zone.
Do you have that one clipped up?
I'll pull it up here in a minute. I did want to do Eric's thing real quick just because we want to talk about the routes. And this play is honestly, this is the one to BTJ, and this is honestly a perfect example of us just getting lucky that BTJ can out physical a corner. Because if you watch every player on the screen runs the exact same route except for BTJ. Every single player.
He's electric.
Coming across. Look at him all right.
Yes.
And ins and outs and the running back, the tight end, the other receiver, the slot, like. Everyone's in the exact same spot, jogging.
Who are we threatening with that besides BTJ?
Nobody. See, hold on. That's the thing. That's the thing. And then people want to say, well, Trevor needs to get the ball out. If I'm a defensive coordinator, the first fucking thing I'm doing, okay, is I'm bringing a safety down to watch the middle of the field because the Jacksonville offense throws 4 crossers per play and maybe 1 deep route. So if I let my other safety watch the top and the corner stay with the receiver, I've got double help on the deep and I've got double help on any of the mid routes because I've got my linebackers and my other corners guarding the other receivers, and I brought that safety down to watch the middle of the field. It's that fucking simple. And that's why our offense looks predictable. And that's why nothing's happening until Brian Thomas Jr. just blows the fucking top off, or we get lucky on one of those mid routes and they broke the corner faster than the DB could. That's it. And then people's like, oh, he should throw the ball. Where do you want him to throw the fucking ball? Because he has limited the turnover thing. He overthrew one with pressure in his face. He had 1 pick. He has one pick the whole fucking year. He fixes the turnover problem, and you still hate him when he throws one.
Right. Now, stop it right there. Oh, can you back it up just a little bit? Because this is perfect right here. Look at this route tree right here. They got you on the goal line. Look at this route tree.
Everybody's coming over the fucking middle again.
And you look back to the right side. There's all that back there. Nobody. No one.
No swing, no nothing.
No nothing.
My thing is,
I mean, let's help the defense. Why not? Let's help the defense.
Just look at this formation. Look where ETN's lined up. You got 3 DBs right here. You got one right here. You got one right here, and one right here. Why?
They have more help. They win the numbers.
Well, no. Yeah. I'm saying, what I'm saying is, you got 3 dudes stacked right here. Okay, you got safety here. Why would you not run ETN straight out to the sideline and just hope that one of these guys is coming after the quarterback or sinking over the middle? Because watch this, as soon as the play starts. Right here, they both look back. BTJ. No one is looking right here.
No one. Right.
And we got ETN faking a block and going right up the middle. And there ain't no
way
this guy's catching
right up the middle.
No, he's not catching up with him. It's too late. He'd already would have bid on it. It's over.
Yep. And then, of course, that DPI right here they didn't call.
His hand was in his face mask before the ball even got there.
Oh, it was a whole lot of that.
Well, I remember plenty of times throughout the years where the Jacksonville Jaguars prevented a touchdown and it got called PI because he never turned and looked for the fucking ball. That was always the bullshit excuse they gave us. He never looked for the fucking ball.
Well, just like in 2017 versus the Patriots, whenever they claimed that Jalen Ramsey never turned his head, even though he did. But that was how they justified it. PI was because he never turned his head. My thing is right here.
How do you think he knew where the fucking ball was going?
Gabe should have. I understand hand in your face. Hands not in your face quite yet. You got to catch this football. You got to guess where it is. You got to do something.
Close your hands at least.
I mean, he was definitely there a second early, and they just didn't call anything. And of course, this guy's staring right at it. This guy's staring right at it. They're not going to call it though because they can't let CJ Stroud lose to Trevor Lawrence. He's the new golden child of the AFC South. But yeah, I mean, this is honestly pathetic. The fact that we're even doing this shit. Al-Shaair can't catch ETN. Why are we sending ETN up the middle?
We ran him into coverage though. That's our problem.
Yes, you saw that. Yes.
Also, my thing too, something I hate about this offense too. Like right here, you see Farrell coming in, ETN. Instead of ETN turns around and look for the ball, but you see Al-Shaair right here, dude. Fucking bounce it out. Move, go somewhere. I understand doing your job and what you're asked to do. I 100% understand that. When you're a wide receiver and you're on the goal line, first of all, the quarterback shouldn't have to drop to 12 yards deep when on a play that started on the 1 yard line. And then, what's up?
What happened to the creative Texas routes we had in preseason with the running back coming out?
Yeah, no shit.
Like that. Now we're just doing basically a check release, like you said, up the middle. Like you said, you can't keep up with him.
I mean,
run a Texas route, swing them out to the left, swing them out to the right.
Imagine this, the Texas route. You got BTJ on this play. First step, he's coming inside right here. Imagine ETN coming out right here at the same time. You have 3 guys. Now they have to commit.
Stresses
one of the 3
actually
of them.
how we scored the first game of the first touchdown.
Yeah, same play basically, but they ran a Texas route, and they were from the 5 or the 6, whatever it was.
Yep, it's the same concept with a good route on it.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that now we got a really good week out of the offensive line? Next week, they change the game plan and dial up more deep shots?
No.
I think I'll say this. Seeing Trevor Lawrence give everyone a piece of their ass, even when they were playing better, I think this is what I said last week, and Eric was just raving about it earlier because he got to see it in person now. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, Trevor's got this. He's got something. He's got something cooking in here, man. He is cooking something. And I think at the end of the day, I don't put this loss on him because even though he takes the 2 overthrows, that's on him.
Well,
but
see why he
assignment on blocking. They missed 1 assignment, and he's in their ass. Regardless of the fact that they played a really good game otherwise, He was still on their ass after one missed blocking assignment. One play.
Heck yeah.
You're not supposed to win every down, but he's still expecting it now. Now he's expecting it. Okay, and not only is he expecting that now, you can tell he's expecting Brian Thomas Jr. to win his fucking route, because when he doesn't, he goes and says something to him. The same thing he's been doing to Kirk and Gabe Davis all year long. He's expecting better now, and they're either going to produce or he's going to stop giving them the fucking ball, and I think that's what you saw this weekend.
Yeah,
I think with Gabe Davis.
This was the ETN fumble of the week, and when I say that, I just mean the play that killed our momentum that we could have won the game with. This is the play with BTJ.
This fucking
Oh, they cut it off. Of course they did.
Of course they did. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
While we're talking about penalties, did you guys see on the final drive where they're going down? We're up 3. They've got the ball. It's the very final drive for Houston. And Josh is out the game in concussion protocol. So Trayvon's out there. And his helmet, the Tunzel, I believe it is, gets his hand all the way in there and pushes his helmet all the way off of his head. And I'm confused because in the NFL, you're not no player at any time is allowed to take their helmet off anymore. It's an automatic flag, and they do it quick. So it's got to draw a massive amount of attention when a helmet comes off, because they got to be looking to flag that player for taking their helmet off.
Do you remember what happened in that play?
Having said that, how can they ignore that? I don't understand that play. That play right there will forever haunt me.
Do you remember what happened on that play?
No, I guess I think it was he rolled out to the right and he completed a pass for a first down, didn't he?
So it's probably one of these right here. Well, that's illegal contact. It wasn't that one. Because
it's a little it's close around that side of the field.
26 yards.
Yeah, I think Trayvon will be at the bottom of the line, closest
right
to
here.
us. I have a clip of it. That's
no,
not it.
This is the last drive though. So,
but again, I just don't understand how a helmet could come off and a flag not be thrown. I had a lot of Texan fans say, "Well, we already had over 100 penalties and 15 penalties called. How many penalties do you want them to call on us?" I'm like, "Oh, well, maybe when you push his helmet off, you can't really ignore that, man."
Well, when you're fucking cheating. When you're cheating, I want you to call the fucking flag. It's that simple.
I don't couldn't block him.
I want every single one of them to commit, because I'll be damned if every single one that we fucking commit.
No, don't worry, guys. They'll just find Trayvon Walker and let the Texans win the game. They'll find a way. Look at this. Has his hand around his fucking face mask. You see that initial grab? He's got red fucking gloves on.
He's beat. Yeah, he's beat.
No,
he was tired. And he was tired. He'd been getting beat the whole game.
Yep, right here.
Look at the 2 refs staring at. There's 2 refs right there. Yep. Bro, I will literally lose my fucking mind right now. How is that possible? Eric, talk me off the ledge. Tell me how that's the only consistent thing in the NFL is the inconsistency at referee calling, man.
Right.
There's holding on every play. And then this guy literally gets his whole helmet. You know how painful that must have been? It's crazy, man.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Or let's just talk about what really gave them momentum in the first half. We were stopping them, and then they give them some bullshit defensive holding that puts them on the fucking 5.
Oh, that right there, man.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, because Antonio Johnson, they made contact, but the receiver tried to press on him to break the route.
Right. Exactly.
How the fuck does that work?
I'm still stuck on the last one, man.
It's called home cooking.
Well, when I saw it,
I'm still stuck on the last one, man.
I can't say it was completely home cooking, because
that was home cooking. I mean, if anything, you don't throw it. Just it's a wash, And I add to it, the ball wasn't catchable any dang way. Because I think he threw it out of bounds.
Game home cooking though. They did call way too many penalties on Houston for it to be home cooking. Well, But I will say
that's the problem is that it got to a point where I feel like they felt like they were going to throw a flag on every play. It wouldn't surprise me to play right before Walker's helmet got pushed off. They had some holding calls on that drive, and they were able to overcome them. So I haven't came out and said that because they didn't throw that flag that we lost the game. But who knows? Maybe they do. What's the penalty for illegal hands to the face?
15 yards.
And loss of down?
No, I don't think it's loss of down.
No, not loss of down. But
No,
15
No, but
yards.
we definitely end up holding them from scoring because every other time on every other drive in the second half, they would get close to a first down. They would hold, they'd lose 5 to 10 yards, and we'd stop them and get the ball back every fucking time.
Regardless of what would have or wouldn't have happened, it still was an obvious. It was the most egregious, obvious illegal hands to the face that you'll ever see in the NFL. I didn't even see the angle. I hadn't even seen that angle until Isaiah showed us the all 22 just now. There's 2 referees standing right there. What was it like at the game when that happened? Did you see his helmet come off at the game, or I know things happen fast?
Only thing I heard was the boos when the flags came out. The boo, and it was loud.
Yeah.
I think that may have, kind of had a little bit to do
Maybe
with it
when
too.
they
Did anybody actually see what they're talking about with the unsportsmanlike on this one?
Yes.
Yeah, he threw his shoulder into him.
He threw his shoulder into him when he's running back.
Right, and Daniel Thomas is a real good dude, man. And he's like, what the?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
because he was out of bounds. Because he was out
they
of
threw the
bounds.
flag right here.
Yeah, they did.
But they called it on Sims, the return man, during the game.
He's standing on the sideline, right? Daniel Thomas is running by. He throws his shoulder out at Daniel Thomas.
Okay.
And hits him square in the chest.
And he was trying to knock
that
him
was
out.
on
that guy. Okay, I see him now.
Yeah, he's standing over there.
I forgot he had gone out of bounds on that play.
Yeah, that was on the other side of the field. Oh, that may be. Yeah, that was on the other side of the field.
Defensive holding? Was that at the end of the game?
First quarter.
There it is. No, that's the one on. You said it was first quarter?
I'm talking about on Antonio Johnson. Yeah, I think it was their first drive, if I'm not mistaken.
What did you guys think about after the Tank Bigsby
second
run
drive?
The play call? They had
I think it
4
was
plays.
I think the play calling was terrible.
After Tank Bigsby broke off that big run, that's another play where if we get in the end zone, who knows how it turns out. We walked away with 0 points after like a 50, 60-yard run. And then the 4th down call was a QB draw.
I don't see how people are saying Trevor lost us this game because, dude.
Trevor Lawrence is not Lamar Jackson. He is not Jalen Hurts. He is not Josh Allen when it comes to rushing from the goal line. Now, I've seen him do the Duval dunk, okay? But people caught on to that pretty quick, too. Every time we get down there, they're waiting for Trevor to do the Duval dunk where he just slams it right over the goal line because his arms are so long, right? But why are we calling a QB draw? Like, I kind of like that you're putting it on 16 shoulders, but let him throw the ball or pass it. Why are you just going to put it in on his legs?
Why are we making any play call that's not a fucking field goal in the 4th quarter on the 4th down?
I would have loved a field goal right there because then at the end of the game, that forces Houston to have to score instead of tying it at 3. They would have needed the touchdown.
Yeah, because we gave them a sense of comfortability. That gave them a sense of comfortability.
Right.
So many problems.
Because they knew they were like, okay, even if we can't punch in a touchdown, I'm confident we can get in field goal range.
Exactly.
So they didn't have to play with urgency.
And this team has not been good at scoring points. So when you have an opportunity, I can see when you're an elite team and you score a lot of points, you're like, oh, we're going for it on 4th down. You can't stop us, right? But when you're a struggling team and you're on the road and you're 0-3 and you're playing a division game and you just had a 60-yard run and it's 4th down, kick the field goal.
Exactly. Kick the field goal. Like everybody was chanting in the stands. Kick the field goal.
Yeah, they're calling this right here, this motion. This is the hold right here. That's what they're calling. And this ball is out of his hands going 50 yards out of bounds.
Right, exactly.
Now, unfortunately, defensive holding doesn't matter if it's a catchable football. It's a weak ass call.
Yeah, because actually Doug was down there arguing with that referee about that because that's what he was saying.
Now, in their defense, when it comes to
they threw it so late.
It was earlier in the game when they did kick a long field goal. Trevor was begging to go for it, and they kicked the field goal.
And here's the thing: you draft a stud kicker. But you don't use
with a deep leg. With a deep leg. No, we should be getting 3 points all the time.
Look at this. Hold right there. So the hold has happened. This is what they're calling the hold. The ball's already out of bounds. And then the flag comes in now.
No, they were just waiting to see if they scored a touchdown.
That's home cooking.
If they would have pulled off some bullshit touchdown, that flag never gets thrown. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
agree with that.
But
I
either
agree
way,
with that.
hold on. As far as the kicking thing goes, okay,
There
is a time to be aggressive and push the envelope.
But
all
that
right?
wasn't it.
Hold on. On 4th and goal, absolutely not. The one that we did take the field goal on. Am I thankful we got those points? Absolutely. But Trevor was starting to build momentum. If he's telling you, like, I don't see Trevor fight and plead to go for it on 4th very often. I see Doug force the 4th and goal tries more often, but I don't see Trevor begging, let me fucking do this.
Good point.
If you're telling him, you're trying to tell me, oh, he's the franchise quarterback, he's got to take it on his shoulders and do it. He fucking tried. You took it from him.
Yep. And then
they gave him the opportunity at the goal line, and he didn't look that sweet trying to run that in.
All, you made a terrible play call. First of all, that was the worst fucking play call you could have chose there.
But we can also listen. You know, I love Trevor Lawrence, but he ran into his own guy. And are we even going to get to the spins? Are we going to get to the spins?
Oh yeah, we're going to get there. Yeah, that's a thing that's got to go. But I'm just right now. I'm on the field goal things and like when to go for 4th because at this point, I'm just saying at this point. When we hit that 4th down, that's a drop pass that brought us to that 4th down.
Right.
Or it might have been the one where he gets ETN by like this much ahead of him because the pressure was in his face and he was trying to make sure he didn't make a bad ball off the contact. Either way, okay, he knows. First of all, Trevor was seeing the field really well yesterday. All right?
Yeah, even the pass to Gabe Davis
was doing 9 out of 10 times in pre-snap. Pre-snap, he knew what they were doing. Okay, so if he's telling you it's 4th and 1 and he's like, dude, give me the fucking ball.
It's a good point. It is a good point.
I know what he's like. I know what I fucking got. I know I got it. And every time I've ever seen Trevor Lawrence check a fucking play or tell them he's got it, other than when he tried to do the sneak and he didn't get it last year, other than when he tried to do that.
At the Titans.
Yep. Even when he tried, other than when he tried to do that. Every time he's done that, he's been absolutely fucking right.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, it's not like he's out here begging to go for it on 4th down every fucking time.
No,
so if he's begging you to go, there's got to be a fucking reason. He's begging you. Give me the ball. And then when it comes to the 4th down, the field goal thing, I think the only reason Trevor doesn't argue with that is because he's like, well, fuck it, dude. I've been begging you to fucking give me the ball all day. I can't say no now. You know, like, I've been begging you the whole time. Now I look like a fucking dumbass if I tell you, no, kick the field goal now. Like, you know, but at the same time, Trevor ran into Brandon Scherf, and there's an explanation for that. I'm telling you, because on a QB draw play, it's the same thing as like a halfback draw. You're hoping to catch them off guard, which was dumb as fuck because a draw play is what got us down there. I don't know why the fuck we ran 2 of them in this short span of 3 fucking plays. But anyway,
no, we ran 3 of them, 3 plays in a row.
3, yeah, that's right.
I just realized that. No,
we ran 3 of them in 3 fucking plays. Draws
the run
only
that got us
when they're
down
not
there.
ready.
Is that delayed handoff, like slow play here? And this is play that gets us down.
Yes.
God, I wish he would have scored.
He runs about me right about there.
Yeah. Hey, let me take you guys back.
Man.
Let me guys take you back for a second. Diddly, right? Check this out. Flashback to last year. We're on a short week going into New Orleans. Trevor Lawrence just got hurt. We don't know if he's going to play. We're going into New Orleans. Short week. Christian Kirk gets the ball. He almost scores. Just like that. You remember? And what happened? We did not get any points from the drive. Do you remember that? That shit happens to us all the time, bro.
And that's where I'm making my case, though. See, you just made the case for me.
Maybe not all the time, but it happens too much.
But see,
the thing is, where's the coach? When are the coaches going to step in and say, maybe it's what we're calling that doesn't fucking work in the red zone, dude?
Like
because everybody likes to say, yeah, we ran 3 draws in a row. Draws only work when they're not fucking expecting it, bro. They crashed the fucking lane as soon as the ball was snapped.
Exactly.
All right, let's just be clear there. But then
another problem too is Ingram is our red zone target. We don't really have a good red zone target.
Like we just talked about earlier, we're running our guys into coverage with these weak ass fucking route trees.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, Trevor's just terrible in the red zone. No, our fucking plays are terrible in the fucking red zone. We run people into being covered, dude.
Right.
We run them into being covered. And then on the QB draw, there's a couple things to think about here. One, Trevor should not be taking big ass hits. So if he bounces outside, that's not where the protection is. He's running solo and he's risking to get knocked the fuck out. All right. That's number one. And that's the one thing you preach to a quarterback. Don't fucking take hits that you don't have to take.
Right.
Okay? Number two, on a QB draw play, you've got to trust your guys just as much as they got to trust you. So if they call that play, okay, he is trusting that Scherf, Morse, and Cleveland are going to split the Red Sea like they're supposed to.
Hold on 1 second. I want to look at something really quick.
Okay.
Well, he's trusting that they're going to split that hole like they're supposed to, and it just never happens because by the time he's running at Scherf, the hole's supposed to already be open, and that's when Scherf gets bullied. So it just makes it look like, oh, Trevor, it's terrible on you. Like
it was a bad play call. You're right.
It's a terrible fucking play call.
It puts him in a bad position. Hey, on that play right there, and I know you both want to say something. He's doing a better job of like holding it in the last second. I'm surprised he didn't take that back last second.
Well,
he's been so much better at
that's what I was about to say. I don't think that these are like last year and the year before. This is a read option. I don't think we're people and now technically because this guy breaks down, the right read is to hand off the ball, but you just hand it off. You catch this guy flat-footed right here.
Right.
Pop that baby outside like you did a year ago. This guy.
Exactly.
There's a safety. I see the safety back behind him a little bit.
But the safety wouldn't have got there. I don't think.
I agree. I agree.
No, he wouldn't have. But by the time that guy got flat foot, the ball was already in Bigsby's hands. That's why
I saw Baker Mayfield run somebody over at the goal line on a highlight yesterday.
He's still on his toes, and then he gets flat foot with Bigsby with the ball. It's you can't.
Trevor's not small.
No, he's not. But like on this play, I don't think we're actually calling an RPO or a read option. I don't think this is a read option at all.
Well, wait a minute. Did you see Trevor? Did you see Trevor throw his hands up then though after he handed it off? And you see him throw his hands up like, what the hell are we doing? Why?
Yes, because he's pissed.
He probably wants to throw the ball, right?
Yeah.
We tried to run it on every play, including with him. We didn't even try to throw it one time.
Let's talk about this real quick. This is clearly a design handoff. It's never meant for him to pull the ball. There is no scheme of this play where he pulls the ball. The reason they're doing that is because one of the criticisms on Trevor this year is he's not selling the fake hard enough. He's not selling the fake hard enough. That's not what it is, but it's easy to fucking blame him for that. The reason that people aren't falling for the fake is because we run the same weak-ass shit week after week. That's why they're not fucking falling for it. But regardless, let's just say it's Trevor's fault for not selling it. But it was never
coaching for the defense. They're coaching up defensive ends well to watch that stuff. You know, I watched a lot of defensive ends that are reading the read option better than ever. That guy on the Ravens, Omejo or whatever.
All right, Trevor,
he was tearing up that read option up.
Trevor made the right read on this play because Mitch Morse breaks through and gets up to the second level, coming right through here. But what he didn't notice, because it's hard to see, of course, right there, Foley, whatever, he gets the inside shoulder here to share.
Right.
And then, Morse breaks up. This design to go right here.
This is just Scherf being shit.
I mean, why didn't Scherf help? I know he's trying to go get the next guy, but you got to get work right there and then move upfield. He's a
the thing is, Scherf should have never surrendered the inside shoulder. It's a QB draw. You don't surrender the inside shoulder to the fucking run lane. You're getting paid far too much money for this bullshit.
I still think Trevor should have went left, even though I agree with everything you said.
That is
just
true.
On film, it's like on film, the left is just so open.
It is. I agree, but he made the right read because think about this. If he goes to the left, right?
He didn't think Scherf was going to sell him.
No, if you look here, though, he's got leverage right here. He's getting Trevor if he bounces it to the left.
That's because Ezra did what he's supposed to do. Because the play design, you're supposed to roll the pressure to the shoulder away from the draw. So Ezra's allowing the guy to have his outside shoulder. That's what he's supposed to do. So if Trevor tries to bounce it left, he's already got outside leverage on him. He's probably not getting past.
Trevor wasn't very patient either.
Well, on a QB draw, you can't be though because there's no actual route.
I've seen patient runners too, though. Like it's a bad play call is the problem.
It is.
Like I'll sit here and watch the play over and over. It just should have never been called. Period.
Well, I mean, if you look at it though, if Brandon Scherf does his fucking job and does not surrender the inside shoulder on a fucking draw play up the middle, that's a touchdown. It's a score. It honestly is. Yeah. Mitch Morse gets to the second level. It still shouldn't have been called. We still should have taken our fucking points. But regardless, Mitch Morse got to the second level. And when you talk about patience on a QB draw, Trevor's not thinking patience on a draw play because we have to remember the point of a draw play is to catch them by surprise. If I sit back and wait for you to develop the blocks, they all know I'm running and they all plug the hole. The only way that would have worked is if he ran just like he did. The only reason that play doesn't work is because Brandon Scherf gets fucking cooked to the inside.
This fucking
100%. That's Brandon Scherf.
Yeah.
And I mean, I believed that before we just saw it on All 22, but All 22 just made it
clear.
I don't know why did we not attempt to throw the ball one time?
I agree. We didn't even attempt to throw the ball.
We did. It was just whenever he just hit him in the face mask, he didn't catch it. I mean,
that's
the play. That's the play before the draw, the QB draw.
That's the first down. Because after Tank went out of bounds, they gave it to him again.
Yeah. I know they gave it to him twice. Third down was too Davis. He dropped it, and then it was fourth down.
Okay.
Yeah,
because you know what? Because we do this dumb thing that's called, as soon as we have a big play, we hurry up to the line and try and do a hurry up. But most of the time we end up losing yards or something crazy because we're not.
Yep.
I don't know though. Our biggest plays come from tempo too, though.
Sometimes, but not all the time.
Almost exclusively up until this week, our big plays came from tempo.
I love that too. There was a holding right here too. Yep, hand in the face.
That was a really good pass too to Gabe. That was a good pass. It's a difficult pass.
Well, my thing is again, like I mentioned earlier, how many times are we going to watch players get hit in the face mask with a football, get hit in both hands, get hit in the box, get hit, and then
we got the most drops, right? Last year, most drops.
We've had the most drops since 2021.
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm gonna give you the ultimate answer to that question. When we become consistently good, that's when we'll start getting those calls. Until then, we're not gonna get them. Sporadically maybe, but we won't get them.
Well, the real
because
question
we're not consistently good.
Well, the real question is, when are these fake ass fans going to leave our fan base? That's the real question. When the fuck are you guys getting the fuck out? Because at this point, if you're hating on Trevor Lawrence for what we just broke it down for you, play by play, exactly what happened. We just showed it to you. We just showed it to everyone that's watching. Like, if you're still hating on him for this game, which we still got to get before I say that.
And all them, standing down on their big board showing things. So, that's who they're going to believe. But
we do got to talk about the spins, though. The spins.
Huh? This is one I want to talk about, too. We will talk about the spins real quick. But, just imagine for a second. This is – and all I want you to watch is this player right here and this player right here. This player right here, this player right here. Azeez Al-Shaair and Trevor Lawrence. Just imagine for a moment. They're in Buffalo. They're in Kansas City. They're in Baltimore. And Azeez Al-Shaair hits Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, or Lamar, how he hits Trevor. Watch this hit right here. Watch this. It's a stunt. It's a long developing stunt. Comes around. Is that not forcible contact to the head or neck area with the helmet?
I can't really see.
He dove at him. No, it is. Yeah, he dove at him.
Okay.
I mean, I'll show the other angle here in a second. But he
and that's also where people
Al-Shaair
he overthrew.
Yeah, Al-Shaair is a career dirty player. So I don't know why we're even but any other quarterback that watch this. Launched at him.
Oh yeah.
Left his feet right here, launches at him. Helmets are
how
touching.
Is that not, dude? Is that's unnecessary roughness at the very least? They let them
that
beat
call last year though against Josh Allen whenever Josh Allen's helmet didn't even touch it, but they said it was to the neck area. But we're not going to call this where Al-Shaair launches himself up into Trevor's.
We're not going to call when they rip Walker's helmet off. It's unbelievable, man.
Let's talk about the spins real quick because I do want to say this before we move completely too far and I forget.
Look at what?
The spins that Trevor does. There's one spin that Trevor made was egregious, absolutely unnecessary, and he's got to clean that shit up.
You're right about that hit, though. He lands on top of him and everything. You're not supposed to land on top of the quarterback. Everything.
Yep.
Yeah. It's egregious. It is. It's complete ignorance and blatant.
It's supposed to be protecting the passer.
It's blatant favoritism.
It's crazy.
Blatant favoritism. But Trevor Lawrence spinning, okay? One spin, I did go back and watch it, and I remember in the game, I'm like, why is he spinning? The fucking announcer painted that narrative, and I guarantee you that's why everyone feels so poorly about him spinning. Because I'll have you remember, okay, Trevor Lawrence spinning is the only reason most of last year, and beginning of this year that we even had some of the plays we had because the pocket fucking collapsed.
Right.
If the pocket collapses from the edges and the interior, you can't advance forward, which means what? You have to go backwards and out.
See, right there. That was
100%
strange. Strange. Strange should have chipped him or something. Strange let him go. Watch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Turns in.
Now I think honestly, I think this one's on ETN.
You think?
And the reason I say that is because the one thing we've been asking for all year is for our tight ends to start chipping people who go up against Cam Robinson, especially great pass rushers like Will Anderson.
That's true.
I think he was, because you look at him, he's looking at the ball, of course, but like I think that he's setting up his inside foot to fake like he's going out for a route, but he is 100% lasered in as soon as the play starts on him. I think ETN did not read the front right and should have stepped up to block him. Now that's
absolutely
that's my assumption. Now,
go back a play before this one.
Yep.
Because they had a similar lineup.
There's no way for them to communicate that pre-snap, Strange and ETN. Like, hey,
I think it is
dude. Like, you see Buddy right here, right?
Let's say, did this the play before that? See what happened? They ran a stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one where he dropped. Did
so maybe he was looking
celebration
for the stunt again? ETN.
Yeah. Yep. I think maybe that's what he was doing. Because it was similar, but not. So maybe he was going to loop in.
I'll have you notice one big difference: ETN for Bigsby.
You see that there? Hold on. Look at this.
Look at the communication.
I was about to say, he looks over. Trevor Lawrence talks to him and points.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. He's saying to take whoever gets through.
I mean, it's obvious.
And watch Bigsby. He sits back, waits for whoever's going to get him,
and plugs the fucking hole. And he plugs the fucking hole.
Right.
And there you go.
Yep. And then we get this because that's not a penalty. Cool.
Same gun celebration.
Yep. And the next play, ETN doesn't even look over.
ETN never looks. ETN never listens for an assignment. Nothing. But I think honestly, I will say I think it was probably communicated in the huddle because look, ETN did go for the block. But why did ETN go right up the middle? He should have taken the side protect.
Yeah, he realized
that goes back to taking turns on making mistakes. It's like we're still going in a circle, And a lot of players played better this week, including the offensive line. Like you said, there's a lot of bright spots, but I mean, bro, you can't let
look at him. Look at this though, Trevor. I'll tell you why Trevor started the spin. Trevor started the spin before he ever even realized how bad ETN was beat. He started the spin because he saw the pressure collapsing on the guard and the tackle on the right hand side. So he's like, okay, I'm going to roll to my left because essentially, if ETN's blocking right there, he's got a wide open throw.
Right.
I mean, honestly. Honestly, the protection was fine on the right side.
I'm saying it's not that he saw the pressure was there, but all of his routes are going to come to the other side of the field.
Right.
And he knows
exactly.
That. He knows all of his
that's
routes
where they go.
Right.
Yeah, but he's got a guy. He's got a guy right there on the 50-yard line. Up there at the top. He could easily roll out up to the right. He ran backwards. He could have ran away from the blitz.
Right.
He's not running towards the 40-yard line.
Right here, he can dump off the Duvs. Is that Duvs? That's
sure.
Duvs.
Yeah.
Right there, he could have dumped off the Duvs, and he notices the pressure.
Back. I love Trevor, man, but this is a bad play. But it's not his fault. He was put in a bad play by ETN.
I mean, it's a bad. And we talked about this last year, though. Like, this isn't new. We talked about it last year on the show, and we talked about it, in the offseason. Trevor Lawrence prefers, for some reason, to go to his left. I don't know why. I don't get it. He likes doing the Trevor Lawrence Jumpman logo. I get it, but they have to break him of that habit. And I think the big thing is he's so used to pressure coming underneath from Cam Robinson, and that left side of the line letting people in, and then he's used to people coming right up the middle. But now he's developed this nasty habit of rolling out to the left, but spinning out of it. Right here, when he sees this guy coming like that. I mean, he should have stuck his foot in the ground and came up or tried to dump off the Duvernay really quick. The spin shouldn't have happened. He keeps favoring his left side. I mean, and this is an example of our terrible route trees. We have 3 players on this side of the field. 2 of them look like they're, this is a developing play, of course. But whatever
the guy is at the 50-yard line though is wide open right
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, Strange and him are both open.
Yeah, I mean,
Strange
there's a guy
fell.
kind of right there on him a little bit.
But
But
either way, either way, Trevor done took off and bailed because ETN done missed a block. Now he's sacked, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
That's a weird looking play.
That's what I hated, though. This is what pissed me off about the way the announcer was framing this. I think it's all about framing. They're trying to paint him as a
they do.
Right.
They pile on,
because did he roll when technically he probably should have tried to jab and take the hit and throw through it? That yes and no. I mean, he just told Duvernay to roll up the field at the same time that I think he noticed just how beat ETN was. Okay, he knew the pressure was coming, but I don't think he realized immediately that ETN was immediately fucking cooked.
That's weird the way he looks like on that.
Yeah,
because it's almost like
he
looks,
knows. But I think
like,
he knows that if he senses the pressure, I know what he's thinking here. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have dumped to Duve, but what he's thinking is he knows that if he's got a guy coming at him that hot on that side, he knows that fucking Luke Farrell's standing by himself. He knows it for a certainty. And if he can get around just that one blitzer, which he's thinking at this time probably, ETN's at least slowed him down just enough, I can get to the side. He may not be able to stop him, but he's probably slowed him. And then he realizes, no, he didn't. And that's when he gets tripped up. But you think,
ETN probably could have. ETN could have ran up too and been like, "Hey, just throw me the ball."
ETN could have done anything differently than
he
what
wasn't
he did.
going to be able to help him.
Now, one thing I will say though, what is fair that the announcer did say multiple times during the game, he does the spin move and he doesn't go anywhere.
Yes.
Now, and if you're going to commit to the spin move, you got to commit to the rollout to that side, and that's exactly what fucked him here. Is because you watch he right here now he commits to the spin move.
Right,
look where he
could get around there. He could get around that guy.
He's right inside the hash, and he literally doesn't even look like he doesn't even try and turn out. He just runs straight back.
And honestly, he barely even gets him by his leg. Listen, man, I love Trevor Lawrence a lot. I need more. I need more. I need Super Trevor. That shouldn't even have been a tackle, man. He should be able to break that.
All right. We all agree. We all agree. This was a bad move by Trevor. This was Trevor's fault on this one.
It was a bad move, man.
I'll say the play breaking down is ETN's fault.
Yes, I would say it was exacerbated by exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
But I can point this out too, though. One thing I have to say that you have to keep in consideration too is that earlier in the game when he quote unquote spun, and he did it. He did it because he put the hand out. He even tried to create a little separation for himself in the pocket before trying to bail, and they still folded on him.
Right.
So then even when he tried to bail, he couldn't bail because they had folded so wide. Like the line boxed him in, but didn't protect him. They were getting pushed into him. So
it was like the second quarter.
It leaves me to wonder if maybe he was just like, I know what happened last time I tried to fucking stand in this thing and move up. Now, I didn't say that's not necessarily a good thing. He does have to remember to flush those bad plays to keep a new one open.
This is the one you're talking about where he pushed off a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I think it is.
That's it. Yeah. Watch. See his hand go out?
He tried. And they still got in his group. They were coming too quickly, and he knew that backside pressure was coming. Right. I mean, and if you step up in the center, he's absolutely getting wrapped up. He's not getting through that.
Stop it right there, Isaiah. Because you see, he took a step back because he's still looking down. But our route tree is sucking still.
No, he had Ryan right there.
Yeah.
He could have. But again, with how fast we're looking at it in slow motion too. Right, he was not going to get enough time to.
But if he misses that throw, then he's going to throw a pick.
It's an interception. That's what I'm saying. So,
but
that's what people are breaking down on YouTube, though. Everybody's breaking down. Oh, he's open right there. He's open. He should have. Okay, you throw it then.
I mean, I do think right here, you got to
throw it low.
You got to take the check down for one. For two, this guy is locked up close enough. Trevor Lawrence has right here, and he's got 5 or 6 yards.
Sidearm in there for sure. You can get.
I'm saying he should have ran right here. I mean, he had plenty of time with Daniil Hunter peeling around the edge. He should have ran, but I don't even know that he saw Daniil Hunter on this play. And let me tell you why.
We didn't hear his name. I didn't hear his name. He didn't get a sack, right?
No, he didn't. But Trevor Lawrence. No, he got credit with incompletion for pressure. But like, if you look right here though, like he never actually turns and looks. Like the most he looks is right here. He's already committing to the spin move. He's looking at this check down. That's when he notices him. He was already spinning before that happened. He and I get it. Not as much on this play. He's spinning because this guy's getting off of Cam Robinson, but he realizes here, oh, I'm fucked. He should have stepped up and gone through that hole.
Well, look at where his feet are, though. Look at where his feet are when you're saying, you got to step up. He's already lunged backwards. There's no way he's going to be able to do that.
Yeah, but the problem though on this, but watch where his head is the entire play. He never reads the right side of the field until he's starting to spin. Watch him. He's deadlocked over here at Christian Kirk.
That's where all our routes went, to the left.
Because Christian Kirk was the only receiver on that side of the field until he was getting sacked almost. It's like Trevor is, and they talked about this, Christian Kirk's a great guy. We got to get him the ball. I don't give a fuck how good of a guy Christian Kirk is or how good of an athlete he is. Let's not force the ball to a 5'11" receiver, and only have our quarterback looking at him whenever, if he even takes a glance right, he sees this guy. He sees this wide open lane he's got to run. Like, it's just, I don't understand how you have a right-handed quarterback and you run your entire fucking offense to the left.
Yeah, I'd never understood that either. And I think also another thing to talk about here too, I think one thing that may have kept his eyes away from the running back route is, like we just said, look at the levels concept. We're running the same route again, 2 receivers again, the same fucking shit. And they're all covering it. I think at that moment he's probably noticed that Brian has the separation, but he sees the linebacker 5 yards shallower, and I think that's when he pulls back on that one. He doesn't throw a pick. Okay, right here in this moment, he's like, all right, I don't have a lot of time. I got to find somebody. So he starts looking. Kirk does not have the separation. Thomas, by this point, he saw Thomas had the separation, but he knew there was a linebacker trailing it. He was not going to be able to get it. And then I think when he flushes to the right, finally, that's only because, again, this play broke down very quickly. That's another thing people are not taking into account with this play. This play broke down very quickly as far as protection. Very quickly on protection. Okay. So he makes the initial read that, hey, my left side's not open. I know my other routes are coming there. Let me make sure they're not open, because you're supposed to look at the check down last. That's the way the progression tree works. The check down is the last. Unfortunately, that's 90% of the time. That's the way it goes. The check down's last. So he does what you want a quarterback to do. He reads from left to right like he's supposed to. But the thing is, he committed to the roll because he knew his routes were going left and that he already had pressure in his face. So he tried to roll to where the play would be. That is what you want your quarterback to do. Now, ideally on this play, you just get better fucking pass protection and you can throw the fucking ball.
Right.
I mean, could he have possibly tried to flick it over to Etienne? Yes, but that's an even bigger risk that someone on the line doesn't get up.
Right.
There's a lot of risk. The risk reward there is not great because we're on our own fucking 10. That's a pick 6 if somebody grabs.
I mean, right here though, there's nobody between him and Etienne whenever he does the spin.
Etienne, there's the line, but I don't think he read Etienne like I said.
That's a straight line. He'd already committed to the spin move by the time he saw him. And again,
he was trying to read the whole play. I think the spin move is wrong. I don't think he should have done it, to be honest with you. I think if nothing else,
if he spins like this on that sack though, and actually commits to the spin and goes outside, he doesn't get sacked.
Well, I know after this sack right here, he went to the sideline and he got into all of them.
Well, he should have, because they fucked that play up 100%.
And it got a little bit better after that, though. It really did. Besides,
like I said, I understand that. Yes, he missed the check down, but did he have the time to read the whole play? Because the check down,
because like you said, it was fast. It was fast.
What I don't get though is go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you?
I'm getting off topic.
Blow that back up.
Oh, what about what? This right here, the gun?
Yeah, blow that back up. Who's he pointed at? No one.
No one. Yeah, no one.
Yep, I don't see a penalty flag on that one. But I mean, like I was saying, why did we draft? No, Eric, you start yours. So I'm gonna go on to a completely different topic. We really don't have time for it. But you say what you were gonna say because you were gonna talk about it.
About what? I don't know.
I don't remember what you were going to say, but it's. I thought it would be more on topic than mine.
Okay.
I was going to say yes.
Helmet. We had another helmet incident too. And I was trying to figure out, was this the time when he started throwing it before they brought him a new helmet? Because he didn't have time to wave this one off, because they got him this new helmet real fast. So I don't know whether he's having a problem with his helmets and stuff. But
when did that happen?
Around the third quarter sometime. In the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he get sacked, or is it like a...
It may have been. I can't really remember.
Fucking WWE speared into the fucking grass.
It may have been. But I know they brought him a new helmet real fast.
No, this is that running backwards sack.
But yeah. I mean, like I said, being at the game, I saw a lot of stuff that I wouldn't be able to see watching television or whatever. You know, like the interactions of the players and the coaches. Like I said, every time Trevor come off the field, he doesn't go and talk to press. He doesn't go and talk to Doug. He talks to Mike McCoy, the quarterback coach. That's who he sits down. Him and Matt Jones. That's who they sit down and talk to. So why isn't McCoy calling plays? He knows more about what Trevor likes than Press Taylor, I'm sure, because he's with him all the time.
They should have never got rid of Jim Bob Cooter either.
Well, that too.
Oh, we said that a bunch of times. Yeah.
Well, Cooter got a promotion. We couldn't stop that.
Yeah, I know. We should have
Jim Bob Cooter got the offensive coordinator position. The only way we could have done that is if Press Taylor was gone, and that wasn't going to happen.
That should have happened.
I didn't know Phil Roush, the offensive line coach, it's actually a trio. It's Doug, Phil, and Press. Because I wanted to know why the offensive line coach doesn't get held more responsible, but apparently that's why. Apparently they've been together as a trio for a long time.
Okay. For a
you guys want to bring up the upcoming schedule?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Old Tank.
Who we got? Indy, Chicago. We got Indy, Chicago, and the Patriots next, right? I think those are the next three.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to make a bold prediction, though. I'm going to tell you right now. If we lose in London, somebody's getting fired. It may not happen that day. No, but if we lose in Shad Stadium,
we're going to win. We're going to be 3-4. Okay, we're going to win the next 3 games. We're going to be 3-4, and then we're going to have a really big game at home against Green Bay to try to go 500. That's what I think.
Okay. If Jordan Love is not there, I give us a chance.
No. If Jordan
Love is there.
Yeah, if Jordan Love is there, we're winning.
We're winning regardless. That's what I'm trying to say. We winning regardless.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I said this earlier, man. I'm telling you, because the Texans didn't look great, the Colts don't look great, and we don't even need to mention the Titans. If we fuck around and if they fuck around and let us get back to 500, it's over.
We're about to make history.
We're about to make the playoffs after an 0-4 start.
First over and 14 to ever make it.
Remember, I said that at the beginning of the year that our bye's gonna come at the right time so we can make that final push. Hopefully, we didn't have to, but it looks like we're going to.
No, I hate when we have a fucking bye week late in the year because we always cool off.
They had to take us down to the lowest lows so that we can go up to the highest highs.
Yeah, the NFL's rigged.
It is a
I mean,
this is fake adversity. Jacksonville's going to win the Super Bowl, and then they're going to have the story about how Trevor Lawrence ended Patrick Mahomes' three-peat after he looked like a bust, and then Patrick Mahomes is going to beat us in the AFC Championship next year to take it.
Okay,
I think that was a plus for them.
I am that delusional.
Okay, I think we all that delusional.
Yeah,
till it's not.
Somebody the other day said $100,000 or Jacksonville Super Bowl. I'm taking that Jacksonville Super Bowl, baby.
Fuck that $100K. I'd take $100K on the stock market, boy.
I'd love $100K, but I'd love a Jacksonville Super Bowl more.
Can you imagine the parade? Can you imagine the Super Bowl parade afterwards in Jacksonville?
Duval's going stupid.
Yeah, just don't have it on the north side. We be all right.
No, we're parading through every side.
No, you're not. No.
I don't give a fuck about Moncrief, Eric.
No, you give a fuck about Moncrief.
I don't give a damn about Moncrief, Eric.
No.
Well, boys,
No,
I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Any final talking points?
Yes, sir.
Duval, baby. Fuck
No,
y'all
the
fake
final
fans.
talking
Get
point.
off me now.
Hey, it's good things going on. We just got to stay. I'm not gonna say the proverbial trust the process because, yeah, the players just gonna
Nah,
have to
fuck the
do their own damn
process.
thing.
In 16, we trust, baby.
Okay.
I wish they would have got the dub for you, Eric. I know it's hard, man. I've never been in an away game. I know that's got to be a crazy experience, and I really wish.
Dude, dude, you just don't know.
Yeah.
And you know what the worst part is when you're leaving the stadium and their fans are telling you, man, that was a good game, y'all almost, and you want to just punch them in the mouth like, shut up.
No, what's even worse is when you're in our stadium and they're doing their fucking bullshit chants while you're walking down the ramp to go home.
Ah, yeah, that can be kind of rough too.
Talking about brownies, fucking fudge packers. Anyways, all right,
Hey.
let's. What's up?
I'm telling you, we're gonna win the next 3 games. We are.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We're
Lord
gonna
have
win the next
mercy.
5
Deal,
games.
baby. It's meant to be.
Yeah.
All right.
Third and Teal.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Y'all have a good one. Shout out Worm.
Duval!
Duval!
Worm!